Welcome to class. All right, this class is part of the Never Have I Ever Done Yoga Before series, so you are in the right place if you've never done yoga before. Today we're going to work lower back and core a little bit. Love this class. All right, let's get ready, starting at the top of our mat. Here we go. Standing mountain pose, toes gently touching, heels slightly apart. Let's take a little tuck to that tailbone. A lot of times people kind of have an anterior tilt. Just kind of tuck that under. We want to be straight and strong and tall here. Bring your arms down by your sides. Let's close your eyes. Now if you feel, again, this is for people that have never done yoga before, so sometimes people will feel really kind of tippy and wavy here. If you need to, bring those feet right out under your hips. You'll be a little more stable there. You can also make sure that you have a wall nearby. Other props that you might want today are a couple of blocks. So if you need to pause this for a moment and get things set up correctly, go ahead and do that. Join me right back up here. Feet right under your hips or toes gently touching. Arms down by your sides. And we'll go with a couple of breaths here. So we'll just kind of inhale, gently lift your shoulders up. Exhale, round them down your back, heart nice and open. Inhale, shoulders lift. Exhale, round them down your back. Let's take that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulders away from ears, heart nice and open. Hold here and take a couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more. The breath just kind of giving you an opportunity here to check in with your body, notice. Take a moment to clear out all the things that have happened before in this day and all the things that are yet to come. You are just right here for a few minutes. I've got you. All right, let's inhale, both arms up. Gently touch your palms. And then exhale, just kind of pray it down toward the floor. So notice your hamstrings as you lower down. You might like a block in front of you for this forward fold. And then kind of tuck your chin, look back through your knees. Just keeping head and neck in a nice neutral position. Always looking forward. At a yoga class, you'll feel the tension build in your neck as class progresses. Look back through your knees. And you'll feel a lot better when class is done. All right, you might take block down on next level, or maybe hands are all the way to the floor. Not a big deal, wherever you're at. Use those blocks, use the props to aid you in your yoga journey, just bringing the floor a little bit closer. Let's take 2 breaths together right here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Great job. Okay, give a little inhale, half lift. So that might look like pressing your hands into your shins, lengthening out here, or maybe block on high level, pressing in here, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Again, look back through your knees. Inhale, half lift. Look right in front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. From this forward fold, set your block to the side. Bend your knees, plant your hands. Step back, finding a very brief plank pose. And then lift those hips up and back into downward facing dog. Now, never have you ever done yoga, you might not love down dog yet. So if that's you, take a breath here, find your downward facing dog, but then bring your knees down. Give yourself permission to take child's pose or a puppy pose. I'm demoing puppy pose right now with my hips lifted, forehead to the floor. So you'd stay there for a breath or so, and then we're just giving down dog another try. Now what is bothering you here? What I hear from people, it starts to bother their wrists. A solution for that, making sure your wrist crease is parallel to the top of the mat. A lot of times people are kind of out here and their hands are kind of curved in. Make sure your wrist crease is parallel to the top of the mat. Pressing down a little more through your index finger and thumb. I've also heard that kind of getting a little dizzy here in down dog bothers you, and that would be your cue to come down to puppy pose, just getting your body used to inversions. All right, just one more little tip here. Final thing I hear in down dog that bothers people is their hamstrings are just super tight, so they're a little more forward like this, and it feels a little more like plank. So if that is you, just take that generous bend in your knees, kind of connect your ribs closer toward your thighs, and you're taking down dog here with a bent knee to try to stretch through the shoulders. Give a little more flexibility through that area, and then from there you're working to strengthen and stretch your hamstrings. All right, a few down dog tips there. Last breath here, if you've been holding it the whole time, great job, or you might have needed a child's pose. Okay, from here, rolling into a brief plank, and then we'll take a side plank on the left. So I'm just drawing my left hand back toward me just a little bit to make sure as I roll into that side plank that my left shoulder is tracking over that left wrist. Now you might get here and know right away that this is not for you. If that is the case, just put that left knee down and take your side plank right from here. Either way, we're just lifting that right hip just a little bit. Okay, side plank or knee side plank, lift hip just a little bit, trying to get into those obliques. Roll back forward, find your plank, and then lift into your down dog. And then we'll all come down to our knees, take a child's pose. Great job. Take another breath here. Bring those hips down a little closer toward heels. Roll forward, mark it again with plank. Now roll to the right side in our side plank. Again, I'm bringing that right hand back just a little closer toward my feet, like half a palm's distance there. Lift into side plank, notice, and if you need to, put that right knee down. Bring that left foot a little back behind you. Lift your hips, lift that left hip especially. This is what it would look like in full lift. Feel it through those obliques. Great job. Come down, and then we'll find our knees again, bringing the elbows down, finding a brief Sphinx pose here. Toes gently touching. Elbows are down and in. If they're anywhere near the outer edges of your mat, make sure you're bringing them in closer towards your ribs. Lift your heart through, gaze in front. Big toes gently touching, slightly lift your kneecaps. Great job. One more little strengthening move here. It's a doozy. Here we go. Taking dolphin pose for a person that has never ever done yoga before, okay? So you've got this. Elbows are down. Now I'm coming to my knees first. And you might work the pose right here, just kind of bringing chin forward and back. You can feel your whole shoulder girdle down through your triceps, really working right here. This is a great spot to work. If you want a little bit more, feel like you're ready for a little bit more, we come to our toes, lift the knees, and then walk your feet in so you're in a really tight down dog. The tightness will depend on your hamstrings. They're what's going to tell you to stop first. So as you walk those feet in, you'll notice your chin is going forward toward your hands. Press your heart back toward your heels, lift in dolphin pose, and then rock back and forth here 2 or 3 times. So again, that's on your toes 2 or 3 times, or you can be right here on your knees 2 or 3 times, working that core strength, working that arm strength. Great job. Let's walk those knees back now, lower all the way to your belly. And let's just lower all the way down, left cheek rests, arms back behind you, palms up. And just see if you can feel your neck getting a little stretch right here. It always worries me when I go to my belly that my mic isn't picking up things. So if I stay a little bit lifted, that's why I just want you to be able to hear me. All right, little neck stretch on the right now. I'm just bringing my right ear down toward the mat. Take another breath. Great job. Okay, let's bring forehead down to the mat now. And from here with arms back behind you, we're just lifting our feet off a couple inches, noticing. Now as your pelvis lowers into the mat, your feet raise 1 inch higher. Notice glutes, low back, draw that belly in and lower down. Now from here, I want you to lift your chest. Lift head, neck, chest. Feet are down, chest is lifted. Lift 1 inch higher. Breathe and lower. Okay, try that one more time. Toes lift. Lift them 1 inch higher. What do you notice? Lower, inhale. Exhale, chest lifts. Lift your arms back behind you. See if you can lift your arms and your chest 1 inch higher. That was a lot for me. And lower down. Rest your forehead on the mat. One more variation here. You've got this, okay? Toes gently touching. Lift your kneecaps up off the mat. Draw your belly in and up. Inhale. Exhale, lift chest. Lift feet. Swim your right arm forward and back. Left arm forward and back. Right arm forward. Lift a little higher and back. Left arm forward and back. Bring your hands right in by your ribs and slowly float on back. Find a nice child's pose. Awesome job. Okay, take another breath here. One more little core strengthener, boat pose, okay? Modified or full. I'm just walking my knees forward so that my bum is right in the middle area of the mat, okay? Planting feet, bending knees. Now from here, really take a moment and lengthen your spine. A lot of times people are really rounded here. Just take a moment and notice that. Lengthen and round. Lengthen is what will help you hold it. Lengthen that spine out, slightly tuck your chin, grab on behind your knees, and then just rock back until you find that spot where you can balance. Lift your right leg and lower. Lift your left leg and lower. Stick with that if that works best for you, or maybe try lifting both. See if we can balance right here. Hold and breathe. If you're switching sides, keep switching. Hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Lengthen spine out and tuck and round. Take one more variation of that. So you can stick with what you're doing or try for just a little bit more. Grabbing on behind legs, okay? Lifting chest, slight tuck to the chin. Lift one foot off, maybe both. And then maybe you bring arms off. You can slightly work to straighten. I want you to notice core holding you here. You'll also feel quads and hip flexors. Lift, hold, breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Plant your feet. Bring your hands down by your sides, and we'll just lower all the way to the mat. Knees are bent, arms down by your sides. Let's just lift those hips up to stretch that out a little bit. And lower. Kind of tuck your tailbone as you come down so your full lower back rests on the mat. Lift. Press, lift, 1 more inch higher, maybe roll those shoulder blades under you and lower down. This time we'll hold for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Awesome job. Let's tuck those knees into chest. Give a gentle squeeze. And then we'll keep hold of our right knee, lengthen left leg out. And then take a gentle supine twist, guiding that right knee over to the left. Right arm comes out to a T. Look over the right. Now, as you're just beginning your yoga journey, that shoulder might be more lifted, like hovering in the air. See if you can let your knee lift a little bit, lower that shoulder down, and then kind of work the knee down. Awesome. One more breath here. And we'll come back onto the fullness of our back. Feel your low back connect. Hug both knees in. And then keep hold of that left knee, lengthen the right leg out. Gentle squeeze as you guide that left knee over to the right. Flare your left arm out and look to the left. And I'm going to model this. If I let my knee drop all the way down, my arm is way hovering. I've got kind of tight shoulders. So what I do is I just let that knee lift, connect the arm with the ground. I like palm down. It just helps me feel more grounded. And then from here, I'll kind of work to guide that knee down. Or oftentimes, I'll place a block under it, and that feels really nice to me. Just kind of go into your body. Notice where you feel this. We worked our lower back quite a bit, and that is right where I'm feeling this stretch. So hopefully that's working for you. One more breath here. Great job. Let's pivot back around onto our back, plant your feet, and then we'll kind of heel toe your feet out so that they're at the very outer edges of your mat. Knees are bent. Take a bent elbow arms, cactus arms is what a lot of teachers call it, and then just drop your knees to the right and to the left. Just kind of go side to side as fast or as slow as you want. Also nice, arms up ahead, just gets into it a little bit more. One more time on each side, and then go ahead and lengthen those legs all the way out. Find kind of the outer edges of your mat. My feet are off my mat today, and that's totally fine with me. If that bothers you, just scooch back a little bit. Arms out by your sides, kind of like 6 to 8 inches away from your body. We don't really want to be touching anything. You just want to be free here in Savasana. Let's lift your shoulder blades up, place them down again. Heart is nice and open. And then we just take a nice long inhale. Fill your lungs to capacity. Then exhale it all out. Take that again, inhale. Exhale, use your abdominal muscles to press that last little bit of air out. Take one final breath here. And then just go with your normal breathing. Stay here about 5 or 10 breaths, just resting in Savasana, letting your body cool. All your energy lines are just nice and open here. Let kind thoughts about yourself and others float into your body. And then just picture them floating away as you let your mind rest. And enjoy. If you can stay here longer, please pause this and stay for as long as your time permits. 5 to 10 minutes, really nice here in Savasana. If you're ready to come out, go ahead and kind of wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe lengthen, arms up above your head, point your toes. And gently roll to your side in the fetal position for a breath or so. And press on up into a nice seated position. If If this is uncomfortable in any way, sit in a chair just fine. Lengthen whatever leg is out that you need to. We'll just sit here, hands to your heart. Take one final closing breath, big long inhale. Nice long exhale. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you loved it. I hope your core feels stronger. Keep coming back. You will notice huge improvements each time. Namaste.